y'all, and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I am bare-faced today, no makeup on, just some skincare. I am going to get ready. We're gonna get ready together. I have some new products, some old products, some things I'm testing, some things I know I love. So we're just going to get ready together. The thing I'm really excited about for this video is I bought the new Sydney Grace and Fancy Face TROPICOLOR palette. So we're going to play with this one. I bought the Givenchy PRISME highlighter, the pink one, like the shade 11. So I'm excited for that. We're just gonna get ready together, play with makeup. Like I said, some of these things will be new, some of these things will be products I know I love. But if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, get ready with me, so we're here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I upload lots of new videos every single week. So if you're looking for new fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But I'm going to push my hair back, and I'm actually going to prime my face with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I absolutely love this primer because we're going to be playing with a new foundation. So I want to go in with a primer I know and trust. I know how it works. So I'm going to do that, and we are going to just get ready together. Okay, so I've pulled my hair back off my face. I've put on the Milk Hydro Grip. With the Hydro Grip primer, like I said, I've been using this for years. I've gone through multiples of these and I always repurchase, but I always put it on my skin and I like to let it set for at least 60 seconds before I go in with products, because it's gonna grip and hydrate, which I love. The main thing is I want the gripping, because I bought this ABH foundation during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This ABH, what is this? The Luminous foundation is normally in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Like at least once a year it goes half price. And I'm like, you know what? I have oily skin. I'm 35. I live in the hot, humid South. So I want to see if this foundation is something that I can recommend to y'all or not. It's on sale. I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up and try it. So I thought a gripping primer would be best with the Luminous foundation on me. But first, before we go in with the foundation, I did buy the MILANI Under Eye Brightener Conceal and Perfect in the shade Melon. So I think this is a brightening under eye tint. I did test this out. If y'all follow me on TikTok, you would have seen me like do my first impression, but I really wanted to try it again. I wanted to try it with y'all, and I'm going to use this like I would my Sigma color correcting duo, how I kind of put it on under my eyes to kind of correct and brighten, and then I'll go in with foundation and concealer to make sure I have like that flawless under eye that I want to have. So we're going to try this MILANI. Okay, so like I said, I bought the shade Melon, and I think I got a pretty good shade. It's a bit lighter than I would probably choose if I were able to like swatch this, but I do think it's gonna work. It has this, like you can see, it has this kind of peachy pink tone to it, which I think is gonna work really well to cancel out any darkness. But I'm just going to press it in with my finger like this to make sure. It's very liquidy, it's very thin, but I do have some discoloration, and my skin's been doing pretty okay lately, but I do still have some discoloration spots. I do have some texture and some breakouts that I'm hoping to cover today. So we'll see. Okay, so you can see that blended in easily. It does give a little bit of brightness. It is very thin and liquidy. Like I said, it's not my first time playing with this, but I wanted to show y'all. I do kind of prefer the thicker texture of this, which I know sounds bad when you're like thick. No, like I don't want something thick on my skin, but for me, for right here under the eye. I don't know if this is going to be a favorite for me, but so far it's okay. I'll definitely keep using it, and I can follow up and let y'all know like my full review later. For right now, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Now we're going to go in with foundation. So like I said, I bought the ABH Luminous Foundation. So I was kind of having a hard time picking out a shade, but I saw online, I got the shade 365C, and I saw people saying like this is marketed as a cool undertone foundation, but if you have olive warm leaning skin, this shade seemed to really work for people. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy that because that's how I would describe my skin. Olive leaning warm, and definitely not cool, but I think I got a good shade match. Do y'all see that? That's a great shade match, definitely so. I have worn this. I've worn this a couple of times, but I really want to come with some full thought, and I really wanted to try it with the Milk Gripping Primer since it is more luminous to see if that will help with the wear time on me. But I'm just pressing it in with this sponge, and like I said, I think I got a good shade. I think this is covering, like, see, I have some discoloration here, and I think that covered it pretty well. I'm pretty sure this is marketed as a medium buildable foundation, so you can build it up to full coverage, but it is luminous. Like, do y'all see? I mean, I know my skincare makes my skin pretty glowy on its own, but this is like, I mean, just moving in the light, it is so glowy. It's probably too glowy for my preference with my oily skin, but the shade looks great. The coverage looks great. I like that I can kind of build it up in certain areas and not have it as built up in other areas, but you know, we'll see. Okay, so whoops. If you watched my last, I think it was maybe my last Get Ready With Me, I'm not sure, but I did try the new Charlotte Tilbury concealer in a video. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I bought the shade 910, and it was a bit light. So the next time I placed a Sephora order, they were doing like free sample sizes. So I got the shade 10 in the sample, and I do think this shade is a lot better. I probably should have ordered 10 from the jump, but it's a really, really pretty concealer. I'm going to just put it on like that. Again, I've been testing this for a little bit now. Still kind of forming my thoughts on it, and I think I'll be able to review it for y'all soon. But sometimes with radiant concealers, it makes me a little hesitant to try them because sometimes radiant concealers can just look, I don't know, on me, I feel like they can kind of set weird in my pores sometimes, and sometimes radiant concealers just aren't my favorite, and I don't know if this is going to be a favorite concealer for me, but I'm testing it, and I'm kind of enjoying it, so I'm going to let that dry down for a second before I blend it in, and I'll show you kind of the other things we're going to try too before we like blend it and set. I want to use this MILANI liquid contour. So this is the Conceal Imperfect. I bought the shade 3 Toffee. We're going to use this one too. I've worn it a couple of times, but I'm still gathering my thoughts. And then also on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, they had the UOMA Beauty TRIPPIN Smooth Powder for half price, and this is a new product, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. I got the shade Honey, and the thing that was kind of so popular with this is like, okay, so you don't see the powder in here, right? It's supposed to not be messy, but you're supposed to turn it, I think. Yeah, twist. Okay, so we're gonna twist, and then the powder comes out. So we'll see. I think this color's gonna be okay. It might be a little too dark, so we're gonna see. And if it's too dark, then I'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Powder. We might have to do that just a little bit on top to give us a little bit of brightness. But I'm going to quickly blend in this concealer, and then we will go in and we'll try that MILANI liquid contour product. Okay, I am glowy. I'll be happy to add some powder because this is a little too glowy for comfort for me. But I'm going to push up the MILANI product. And did I tell y'all I bought the shade 3 Toffee? And I think the shade is good, but I'm not sure if I love the product. You may be looking like, Heather, that is a lot of product. But every time I've tested this, I've kind of played with it. I haven't been obsessed, and I find myself like putting it on and then layering, putting it on and then layering, because I don't really get enough pigment. So I thought today I would try just going in with extra product and seeing if that's a little better. And I do think a sponge is typically the way I enjoy applying cream products. But yeah, there we have the MILANI. I think it looks okay. Is it my favorite? No, definitely not. I think you have to use a lot of product to get it to show up. I mean, maybe that's dependent on your skin tone, your skin type, but for me, I feel like I have to use a lot to get it to show up. But let me show you on the other side, the ColourPop Super Shock bronzers. So good. Like, so amazingly good. I have the shade Dream Vacay. I've only played with this a few times, but from the first time I played with it, I was like, wow. Because this is a Super Shock that is truly like a cream bronzer, and I love being able to just like push my sponge into the Super Shock and apply. Now I have used a brush to apply this one, and I have applied it over a set face as well, but I like applying my creamy type products under powder 99% of the time. The only time I really will put cream products on top of a set face is when I'm testing them, so I can let you know like if it works that way on me or not. But just from side to side, I just really like this side better. I feel like it looks more seamless. The tone of the bronzer, maybe if I had a different one in MILANI, maybe I would like it better, but I just feel like I have to use way less product, and I don't know, I just like it better than this side. Let me know. Maybe you're like, I can't tell a difference. This one I think is more warm, this one a little more cool, but overall I just like this tone better. So I'm going to, here, I'm gonna add a little bit of MILANI over to the ColourPop side. I'm gonna add a little bit of ColourPop to the MILANI side so that, you know, I don't have two different halves of my face, because even though we're testing stuff, I do want my makeup to look nice for my day. So I'm just going to even it out, and then I'll come back and we'll do some powder together. All right, let's see if this UOMA Beauty powder shade Honey is gonna work for me. I think it will. If not, we'll kind of brighten it up a bit, but I'm gonna pick it up on my little puff. There's something so satisfying about putting on powder. I know some people get so angry when you put on powder and you're like, my pores disappear, because of course they don't. Well, I mean, it appears like just when you mattify and you take down that shine and the light is not reflecting right there, it just looks so much more flawless, you know. But it's always so satisfying to put on powder. But looking at the shade, like, I think that shade looks pretty good. What do you think? So far, so good. All right, let's, oh, yay. Okay, well, I will quickly set with powder, and I'll do my brows, and I'll prime my eyes, and I'll zoom out in, and we'll play with this Sydney Grace Fancy Face palette. Okay, so my brows are filled in, my eyes are primed with my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow base. I love that base. Every once in a while, I see comments asking like, what's your favorite eye primer? What's your favorite eye primer? And listen, I rely on eye primer. It has to be good. You see, I have deep set eyes. I have like a big crease here. I have little creases out here. And I also have oily skin. My eyelids will eat eyeshadow if I do not use an eye primer. I always use it. And I'm telling you, the eyeshadow base from Sigma, amazing. Also, MAC Paint Pot, amazing. If you have oily lids and you do not know what to do in terms of eyeshadow bases, those are the best. So we're gonna go in with the TROPICOLOR Sydney Grace and Fancy Face palette. This was a collaboration palette with Tina. I will pop up a picture for you, or a video I took, so you can see this palette. This is gonna be a totally like first impression. I'm excited to use this palette. It's so colorful. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do today. I'm thinking, you know, maybe something, I don't know. When I'm looking at the palette, I really like these like shimmery blue shades, but what I'm kind of leaning towards is this pinky shade, Tropical Punch, Dr. Bird. So I think what we'll start off with in the crease is maybe this orange color, Milk River. We'll go in with the orange first. Okay, so I picked up that orange matte on this Glamlight Michaela brush, and I'm just going to kind of buff this all through the crease and build. I have not tried a lot from Sydney Grace, but I do, of course, have the Tiny Marvels palette that they did in collaboration with Mel Thompson, and I absolutely love that palette. I think Mel and Sydney Grace really made magic with that one. It's so beautiful. So I was very excited to see Tina collabing with Sydney Grace, and I definitely wanted to support the collaboration, so I bought it on launch day, and Sydney Grace shipped me my package, my order, really quickly, and I'm just excited. I think that orange color is looking very pretty, very soft, so I'm just kind of buffing it all out, and it's just, yeah, it's blending really easily. Okay, so we've got that orangey shade blended out. Now I'm going to go into maroon, this really pretty maroon shade. And this is a BH Cosmetics brush that was part of their Birthstone series. And I just want to kind of put this right out here in this outer corner. And then I think I'm going to blend it even down underneath the lower lash line. I don't care, I can be a little messy. I'm just gonna go back and forth, getting that lightly under the lower lash line and just blending underneath. This is gonna be a simple eye look, nothing crazy. I just want to get some depth out here and then blend it underneath. Okay, now I'm taking the darkest shade Cocoa Beans on this angled Glamlight Michaela brush. I want to put that right up against the lower lash line. I did watch Tina's reveal video, and she was talking about cocoa beans and like coffee in her video, and I will say I have traveled to Jamaica a lot on vacation. My husband and I absolutely love the country, the people, the food, and Jamaica does have really good coffee. Blue Mountain coffee, so good. And this shade, really pretty. I'm just using it. I just wanted a little more depth, and I wanted to kind of go from that maroon shade up into this deepest, darkest Cocoa Beans shade. So just kind of like buffing and blending that in. I like it. Just gonna kind of go back and forth, and then I want to add shimmer on the lid. Now I'm looking at this palette, and this Dr. Bird shade is like a duochrome that goes from like purple to pink. I think that's really pretty, so I'm leaning towards using that one. This shade also looks really pretty, but I think we'll do Dr. Bird, and I want to put that all over the lid. And then for the inner corner, I think we'll just keep it super duper simple, and we'll go in with Coconut. Okay, so I've got that Dr. Bird shade. I did spray my brush just to minimize any fallout. And I want to put this all over the lid. This is a Sigma brush. This is a E55. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid like this. Super duper pretty. And then I will go in, let me see. Let me grab a little brush because I want to highlight the inner corner here. This one from Lunar Beauty will work well. And I'm going to go into Coconut, and I'm going to, woo, that is very pigmented. I'm going to buff it a little bit. I didn't expect it to be that pigmented, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. So I'm just going to blend. And then I'm going to go in with liner and lashes. So I have some new lashes. Kiss, I love Kiss lashes. I buy their ruffle lashes like they're going out of style. I buy them all the time. So Kiss actually sent me a package. I was really excited with several different lashes to try. So these look really pretty. These are the Last Couture Ultimate Lash Extension. Look, Royal Silk. Okay? Royal Silk is what they're called. So I'm going to finish up, see if I need to blend, liner, mascara, and I'm going to put on these Kiss lashes, and then I'll come back because bronzer, blush, I really want to try this highlighter. I'm very excited about this, and we have some new lip products. We've still got new stuff to play with. Okay, here is the eye look. I have to say I love these lashes. I know in a Get Ready With Me maybe earlier this month, a few weeks ago, I tried on some NYX lashes, I think, that I did not like. That these remind me a lot of those NYX lashes, but these are just a bit longer, which works better, way better for like my personal preference and my eye shape. I'm just seeing here like maybe I need to touch up just a little bit of my black HINDASH liner. There we go. But these are really beautiful lashes. Usually with my Kiss lashes, I'm trying to think, I usually get about 10 uses out of them. So I could definitely see myself like repurchasing this style because I think this is really pretty. But I want to use again the Cabo face palette from BH. When I first tried this, I thought it was okay. I didn't love. And yeah, I still kind of think it's just okay. But I thought, you know, I put down that cream bronzer. It looks really good. Let me just lightly go on top with this BH bronzer. I don't love this face palette. I really don't love that there's only one. But I'm going to use this blush shade. I feel like the face palette's okay. But I'm going to keep using it to review it. It's definitely not like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. I just don't love it. So I'll probably actually end up giving this to somebody, a friend or something. But I'm going to blush up just a bit. And then we're going to use this Givenchy highlighter. This is a limited edition one. It's like the pinky one. And when they first posted photos of this, I think they called it a blush. And even on the Sephora site, it was like labeled as like, I think even under eye powder, blush, brightener, something. And then they relabeled it on the site as a highlighter. So I don't know if there was like, you know, some like misinformation or something. But I love a pinky highlighter. So we have like, I'm trying to hold it up without it falling out, but we have like 4 different tones of pink, or I don't know. It looks cute. I've never tried Givenchy highlighter, so I want to try this one. I'm going to tap a little bit out into the cap. You can't even see it. So little. And let me grab a highlighter brush. Okay, here's my Sigma highlighting brush. And let's see. That is very ethereal. Okay. I didn't want to pick up too much just in case, but what do y'all think? To me, I'm thinking this is a Lit From Within pinky toned highlighter. Definitely gave me glow, so like nothing over here and then highlight over here. So definitely a pinky glow, but it's not like an intense pink colorful highlighter, which y'all know I love those. This is more, here I'm gonna pick up a little more on my brush. There we go, there's a little more pigment. But even with the more, now that I'm buffing it in, it's still very subtle, which I'm into. Like, cause I have some intense pinky highlighters, you know, I'm thinking my highlighters from Kaleidos, my highlighters from Blend Bunny, Bella Beauté Bar. I have intense pink colorful highlighters. So this one, this is really beautiful. It's definitely not sparkly. I can see when I look up close like this, I can see the little bit, there is some sparkle, but definitely not like the intense colorful highlighters I like. This is definitely more fun, more, yeah, more of that kind of lit from within, seamless glow type of product. Okay, I'm happy. I was curious, you know, I was like, is this gonna be like so incredibly subtle that it doesn't even show up on me? Or is this gonna be so pink that I should have used it as a blush? I didn't really think it was gonna be like that blinding sparkle heavy highlighter, but I'm still pleasantly surprised because I think this is very beautiful, very glowy, but still quite subtle, luminous. I think this is really beautiful. Okay, look, yay, we love when we find a win, especially when I pay this much for this highlighter. This highlighter is expensive. I will link it and everything else I talk about down below in the description box. Everything will be linked for y'all if you're curious. But I also bought, so Give Beauty launched new lip liners, and I really like the Give Beauty lipstick and glosses I have, so I decided to buy the lip liners. They launched these two shades plus a red shade, and I wish they had some shades, more shades. I wish they had more like brown nudes, pinky nudes in different tones. This one is the darker of the two. So I have, is this Anaheim Line, which is a bit light of a nude. So I'm gonna go in with this one. This is, no, Anaheim Line. What is the shade though? Oh, these both say Anaheim Lime Lip Pencil. Are there different numbers? Okay, 01C2 is the liner I'm gonna go with. It's a little deeper, but it's still a little bit lighter on me than I would prefer it to be. But I'm gonna quickly line my lips with this. Okay, so that lip liner is on. It's very pretty. I really like the formula. I really just want more shades though. So I bought this set from NYX. I've been wanting to try the This Is Milky Gloss. I know my friends really, really love this. So I was buying the NYX holiday palettes and I saw the Sweet Treat Gloss Trio on the NYX site. So we have Strawberry Horchata, I'm sorry, not horchata, Milk and Honey, and Milk the Cocoa. So let's get these out and see. It was a good price for these. I'm gonna have to cut the box open, but I kind of want to go in with Strawberry Horchata first. My husband loves horchata so much. It is not my favorite. I do not like it. I was actually talking to my friend this morning, and she was talking about how her kids have just been drinking it all up because she always keeps it at home because it's their favorite. And I'm like, you know, yeah, Dusty absolutely loves it too. So That's kind of what I'm leaning toward, because I'm like, oh look, I didn't realize that was the name, and I've been talking about that all morning. So I do like that this set came with like a brown gloss. It came with a very light peachy pink gloss, and then I like that it came with this more like milky strawberry color. So I feel like I have options in here. So let's try this. Ooh. It smells like strawberries and cream. It definitely does. Oh, that is pretty. Okay. Have I been sleeping on these? I know people love them, but that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. I have to say, NYX is probably like my favorite overall drugstore brand. Like if somebody was like, you can only buy from one drugstore brand and you got to do a full face, what brand are you choosing? I'm choosing NYX for sure. Oh, these glosses are gorgeous. Okay, let me finish up my gloss and then I'll come back. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. Really like that NYX Milky Gloss. I really like these Kiss lashes. Really like the Givenchy highlighter. And of course, you know, Tina did a great job on this palette. Let me show you swatches of the palette. I realized kind of as I was getting my thoughts together, I didn't show y'all swatches. So hopefully you enjoy seeing it all swatched out on my arm. The ABH Luminous Foundation, now that it's set with powder, I think it's really pretty. Again, I'll come back. I'll let you know my full thoughts after I put it to the test a little bit more, because I'm not sure how long it's lasting on me throughout the day. The MILANI products, I think they're okay. I know they're getting a lot of hype, and I know a lot of people are really loving these. I did buy the highlighter one too. I haven't tried that one yet. We can definitely try that one in the future, but I feel like these are okay. I think if you buy them, you know, I don't think they're trash or anything like that, but so far I'm just not falling in love with them. The ColourPop Super Shock Bronzer, definitely love. I think the UOMA Beauty Powder is looking really good. Overall, I think my complexion's looking really good. I definitely like the Charlotte Tilbury Concealer more, since I have that shade number 10, and what was it? Shade number 10 instead of the shade number 9. So I am happy I was able to try a sample and get a better idea of it. What else? I think I basically kind of gave y'all my thoughts on all the new stuff we tried. But overall, I really like my look today. I hope whatever you're doing, you're having a great day. Let me know, do you like these get ready with me style videos where we do new products, old products, hang out, super casual, chat? Definitely let me know. I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye.